These are delicious Starbucks pumpkin muffins with a very light and fluffy texture. Each soft and tender pumpkin muffin has a dollop of cream cheese filling baked inside. They are so good. Make these Copycat muffins and you will want to skip the expensive coffee shop once and for all. To start off, we'll begin with mixing all of our dry ingredients. Into a medium bowl, sift 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, then add 2 teaspoons of pumpkin spice, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. Whisk that well and set it aside. Now get a slightly bigger bowl for our wet ingredients. We're going to add 1 cup of white sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, 2 large eggs, half a cup of vegetable oil, a 1/4 cup of milk, 1 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Use a hand whisk to mix all your ingredients until you have a smooth consistency. Now take your dry ingredients and add it to your wet mixture. Combine everything together until you no longer see any lumps from the flour. It might be tempting to use a hand mixer for this recipe, but I don't recommend it. For really tender muffins, it's best to mix it by hand, just until the dry ingredients are absorbed into the wet ingredients. Set it aside for a few minutes while you're preparing the cream cheese filling. Into a mixing bowl, add 6 ounces of cream cheese, half a cup of white sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. To avoid any lumps, make sure your cream cheese has softened at room temperature. Beat that together until you have a homogeneous consistency. Add your cream cheese to a piping bag and cut the top off your piping bag roughly 1 inch wide. Set it aside for a minute. Now chop some pumpkin seeds, approximately 1/3 cup. Add your liners to the muffin tin and use an ice cream scoop for even portioning. Add enough batter to cover almost to the top so you can get that signature muffin top. Insert your piping bag filled with cream cheese halfway in the middle of your muffin, pull out and leave a little dollop on top. Let me show you one more time. Just like that. For some crunch, we'll add the chopped pumpkin seeds around the cream cheese. Bake in a preheated oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. Then remove the muffin tin from the oven and let the Starbucks pumpkin cream cheese muffins cool slightly before you transfer them onto a wire rack to cool completely at room temperature. We don't have to wait until Starbucks decides to serve them. Having this recipe means you can make them all year round if you want. Serve them with your favorite cup of coffee or tea, or even your pumpkin spice latte. Now let me show you what's inside. When slicing one, you'll notice how moist they are. Delicious. They have just enough sweet taste, a wonderful aroma of pumpkin spices, and a delicious cream cheese filling. If you are a fan of Starbucks pumpkin cream cheese muffins, you have to try this Copycat recipe. They are so easy, way less expensive, and even better than the original. Enjoy, and I'll see you next week with another delicious and simple recipe.